An eternal rule in hospitality is that awkward discussions must be avoided at all costs, at least until it is time for dessert. You don't want your guests to have a bad taste in their mouth before dinner is served. The same rule could well be applied in politics, as leaders often focus first on common ground with their counterparts rather than taking on a confrontational stance face to face. Last week, as US President Joe Biden welcomed his Colombian counterpart Gustavo Petro, a former left-wing guerrilla and frequent critic of US international engagement, at the White House, the two men did just that, touting their commonalities and glossing over differences. The meeting came as a series of diplomatic visits shone light on Latin America as a strategic region, with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov touring Brazil, Venezuela, Nicaragua and Cuba, and as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed Mexico's parliament, pleading for support. In regional heavyweight Brazil, President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has meanwhile been pushing for a coalition of non-aligned nations to resolve the Ukraine crisis and courting Beijing as an economic partner. So what was the most solid common ground President Biden, as host, could find for his guest? Climate change. The most significant message out of Washington during Petro's visit was not directed to Petro, but to the entire Latin American region, with the Biden administration pledging up to $500 million, pending congressional approval, to an international Amazon conservation fund set up by Brazil back in 2008 and which had failed to attract much interest, let alone donations, in recent years. The Amazon rainforest spans across 9 South American countries, so the impact of the fund has truly a regional dimension, and Biden's commitment is a tenfold increase from what the US pledged just 2 months ago, when it was Lula's turn at the Oval Office. The announcement signals that the Biden administration is listening carefully to the messages coming from Latin America, where fighting climate change has long been a priority for governments on both left and right. Leaders from the region tend to see the climate issue as their platform in international summits,